Hi, folks. Welcome back to the podcast. We've got a brand new shiny guest with us this week. Heini, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us. Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself to get started?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's really exciting. I've seen some of the other friends out there, so I'm happy to be one
Amazing.
of your friends as well.
Oh,
We have great friends.
Yeah, exactly. So
We have the best friends to be
yeah,
perfectly honest.
exactly. So I am based in Finland. It's actually the sun is shining moment at this moment, which is not very common, at least in the winter time. So I'm really happy about that. I work for a company called Polar Squad as a DevOps consultant and also handle some of our Microsoft partnership stuff. And even though I have this DevOps consultant title, I work on the data side of things. So looking at data projects from the DevOps perspective and architecture as well. Yeah. And
very cool.
yeah, I do kind of go around speaking at events as well, I guess. So
Awesome. Very cool. So one of the questions that we like to ask our new best friends is what is your favorite data thing?
I'm not sure if this is the right way to answer it, but my favorite topic is looking at the architecture side of things. And then another common topic I talk about is infrastructure as code. But for me, that is like a means that you, like the way that you bring your architecture actually to life. So that is kind of the two different areas where I focus on most.
Awesome. And do you have a favorite flavor of infrastructure as code as far as like language technology?
I do.
Oh, that's a serious question. Hang on.
It's a very serious
question.
Gotta take my serious classes up for that.
Very serious. I use a lot of Terraform, but I'm not like I have to use it. But since I've used it so much, it's easiest for me. I'm the most fluent in it. I can handle all kinds of weird situations with it. So I guess then that makes it my favorite. I guess
that is best described as the Stockholm syndrome, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that I've gotten used to the weird quirks that it has, so I know how to handle them.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's how Jess speaks about me when she mentions this podcast, I think. So
yeah, I've got used to the weird quirks.
Yeah, I think
or maybe
so.
we are the weird quirks of the podcast. Like we
definitely
invite
are.
guests on to hang out with the weird quirks.
Yeah, I think so.
The thing is, if we invite normal people, do they make us look more normal because we kind of mingle in, or is it the contrast and we look even quirkier?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not
I mean, I'm fine with either. I'm not judging because it's about us, so why would I judge us? But
yeah, it's true.
Why would you?
So many reasons, but
yeah.
So were you recently at SQL Bits talking about that very topic?
I was at SQL Bits, and I did have one talk about infrastructure as code. It was actually a comparison between Terraform and Bicep, without saying that I like Terraform more. So that there would be actually other reasons to depend your choices on, not just like, well, I happen to like this tool, but actually, what are the capabilities? Yeah.
Gotcha. So you dragged people in with the like, maybe it'll be one or the other, and then you were like, it's Terraform.
Yeah, exactly. 1 minute in, you've got the answer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite tool and why Terraform?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the easy way to do it.
No, it's fine. Spoon-feeding answers, I mean, that kind of makes perfect sense. Right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's easier to digest.
It is also easier to prepare follow-up questions. If I know your answer, I can, and if basically I was giving you the answer to give, kind of, I could have easier prepared the follow-up answer. It makes perfect sense.
It does.
Professional.
That's kind of our jam, I guess. We've established that.
Just professional quirks. If we need a new name for the podcast, we could totally use that.
Definitely.
If we run out of friends or people work out that they don't want to be our friends. Could just be me and you.
I mean,
chatting.
professional quirks would have been a perfect name for this podcast. I just feel like at this point, now that I've invited 1,200 people during the keynote, this may be a horrible timing for rebranding.
Minor
Because
detail.
everybody's like, oh, I want to be on that Finding Day. Oh, 404 not found. That doesn't seem to be a thing. He was lying to us all along.
Also, talking about Finding Data Friends and stickers you had made that we were supposed to.
I figured that when I was going through airport security and was putting all the stuff out of my. Oh, there's all the stickers that I was going to give Jess. Then again, in my defense, so I brought a bunch of stickers for Jess. I handed them to Jess. Jess was like, take them back, give them back to me later. And
okay, it was like a weird time. I can't remember when it was, but I didn't have a bag and I didn't have anything to put them in, so I just had this like handful of stickers.
It was 8:30 in the morning. I don't know why that is a weird time.
But it's a conference.
Was it on the keynote practice day? Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Well, there's that.
So I didn't even get one sticker for my own laptop.
Yeah, well.
Absolute fail. So yeah, I crushed that.
Yeah, that keeps happening to me as well.
A bunch in
I
the
have
community
a bunch of stickers with me for Knee Deep in Tech, but I never remember to take them out.
Yeah, I usually remember like after the fact too. I do the same. I've got like DBA tool stickers, and so whenever I'm presenting and Data Mastermind stickers, I'll take them out. Like, or I think I'm going to take them out and put them out for people, and then I'll like get home and I'll be like, oh, there's a lot of stickers still in my bag. Oh well.
There's always a next time.
There is.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to meet up again so that I can get some stickers for our podcast.
Oh, yes, please.
Great.
Or we can just do a couple of live episodes now that Heini and Alexander tried out how all that works out for people doing their podcast live.
Yeah.
Very true.
It apparently was very unstressful for the one person who was handling the audio, which clearly wasn't me. I just showed up.
Yeah. So from your perspective, it went really well?
It went really well, and it was very relaxing. Like, there was nothing to prepare.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a nice shout out in that episode, so perfect.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I still need to go back and rewatch that and a bunch of other sessions from SQL Bits. I'm still kind of working through all the ones I wanted to see and either had conflicts or just was chatting to people and didn't make it. So
exactly. Yeah, I have a full list as well.
I made it to one session that I had to, that I signed up for moderating.
I was going to say, you mean your session, right?
I attended my own sessions.
Thank goodness.
They were both not great. They were really not great. It's still very painful. And I attended one other session because I wanted to go, but we haven't met in like 3 years. Let's talk. Then there were a couple of squirrels as well. I mean, it was right in the forest, so it's obvious.
Happens to the best of us.
There's that. But it was great fun. It was so fun seeing everyone. So I have no regret, especially since I knew that all these sessions would be up basically instantaneous. Because I really want to see this, but it might take a couple of months till I actually get to see it if I don't watch it now.
Right.
It's a different pressure point, and you're like, wow, it may not be the exact same thing as watching it live. However, I can watch it next week. Oh, by the way, it is now next week. I still haven't seen a thing, but I will get there.
Yeah, but you can talk to people really the next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the first time I went to a big conference like that, I jammed my schedule with sessions because I was like, I'm here to see sessions. Like, I need to see every session. And then I'd be tired, so I'd go back to my hotel room and not talk to anyone, right? And I feel like this time was kind of the opposite. Like, I spent more time hanging out with people and chatting about stuff than going to sessions.
Yeah.
But,
Same here. And I even got to see the two of you in live person mode.
In real life. Yeah.
I apologize for everything any of us has said.
No, it was fine.
I guess that's just the appropriate thing to do. No, that's honestly just me at most conferences currently, chatting to people. I get way more out of that than attending these sessions. They're all great sessions, but again,
oh yeah, totally.
Since everybody,
but you can still watch them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I might do it different if I would not know that I really get to watch them soon after. But anyways,
I did see a couple of good in-person ones where you could like interact too, right? Like you can always ask the speaker questions and get some kind of immediate feedback. But yeah, I don't know. Those are pretty. Are they
Those are
serious or
laminated.
not serious?
Those are laminated wildflowers.
Those are really
Oh,
pretty.
I'm basically I'm back in the forest.
I like it.
That's kind of where I am. Current mental state. Heini,
Yes.
now that we know about your favorite data thing, we're trying to get back to our actual podcast. It seems to happen on one or the other episodes from time to time. What's your favorite non-data thingy?
Currently, maybe since it's still kind of like winter, snowboarding. Yeah. And snow currently. So not anymore, but for now. Yeah.
We seem to have a bunch of really sportive guests these days.
We do. Made up sports, snow sports, all kinds of things.
There's also that. Oh, well, I'm just going to run for like 90 kilometers and stuff. It's no big deal, you know.
It was skiing, wasn't it?
Oh, it was skiing, yes, right, sorry.
Yeah. A 90-kilometer ski.
That changes nothing, by the way, because if it's running, walking, whatever, for 90 kilometers,
it's quite a long distance.
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
Even driving is quite a long way.
Yeah. I would say it would be easier on a snowboard if there was a 90-kilometer hill to go down.
Down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But not so easy if it's not down.
Exactly. Definitely not.
I mean, I wasn't there and I haven't really checked out the entire venue where all that happened, but I'm pretty sure it was not going downhill for 90 kilometers straight. This is kind of the assumption I'm making here.
Yeah.
Not an expert.
I would agree.
I don't think so. Yeah.
See, I'm glad we can.
How long have you been into snowboarding? Are you a pro?
I think I tried snowboarding sometime like when I was 10, 12, something like that, and fell a lot. Was still doing like competitive sports in other areas, including skiing actually, and then I didn't really have the time for it, so I never really got into it until at some point when I wasn't so serious with the competing anymore, that I had time to actually snowboard, and got my first snowboard and actually snowboard for multiple days in a row. So then you have the chance to actually get a hang of it and not start over every single year and fall on your ass again multiple times. So I eventually then got over that hurdle, and now I've been snowboarding more in the last 5 to 10 years, something like that. Awesome. But it's kind of like weird being already like somewhat of an adult and snowboarding.
I like to say adult.
Exactly. I was like, how do I phrase this the right way?
I will never admit to being an adult.
And trying to learn to, for example, jump on a snowboard, and then being in the kids' park with all the 10-year-olds or 8-year-olds, and you're like, I kind of feel a little old here.
But don't you get like priority because they think you're kind of a supervisor or something like that?
I don't.
Will not everybody just like let you cut the line?
I don't think they think I'm a supervisor.
Or maybe they just think you're unsupervised, which is kind of the same thing, but at the same time, it is not.
That could be, yeah. But it's loads of fun, going out in the snow. I do like going to the kids' park, not to the big jumps. I'm too scared of that. And then also it's sometimes fun to go and just ski, not snowboard off the slopes a bit. But yeah, nothing serious in that manner of like massive pow stuff. I guess in Finland it's kind of also different because our hills are a bit smaller than in a lot of other places. So yeah.
So how far is it from where you are till you get to a place where you can actually go snowboarding?
So where I live, we have about an hour drive to the closest place. It is very, very small. So I think that's why the whole park thing comes in, because if you just go up and down that small hill, you go countless times and you spend most of the day standing in the lift and waiting in line. Whereas in the park, at least you have something interesting to do.
That's cool.
Yeah. But like up north, there are slightly bigger ski areas that are a bit nicer, I have to say.
I mean, anything in Finland is up north from here, so
Yeah, but up north in Finland.
aha,
Aha.
The north
Now
of
we
the
know.
north.
Yes,
north of the wall, basically.
exactly.
Cool. And just like that, another 15 minutes. Or we should have made that like our episodes. It's too
Yeah,
late for
at
that now.
least.
I'm just saying. Every single time we're like, oh, we got so many more questions. I mean, at least Heini didn't make up a sport that I now have.
Yeah.
Skateboard parks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
snowboard parks.
Yeah,
I think that's a thing.
Okay.
I do think so. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to one in my previous life when I was younger, and not everything did hurt. Just getting out of bed.
I think he's looking for an invite.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't been snowboarding in more than 10 years, so
That doesn't matter.
however,
It's like riding a bike, right?
You just said it wasn't.
you haven't seen me on a bike, have you? However, my partner is very insisting that we teach our daughter skiing once she's old enough. And I'm pretty sure I will not go back to skiing, so that might actually be the point where I'm getting back to snowboarding.
Exactly. It is fun.
It always was fun. No, I should get back to that. There's so much stuff I should get back to.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list.
Putting it on the list. I will make a promise. I will make a pledge right here. As soon as we get through all of the 1,200 guests in the keynote here on the podcast, I will go back to snowboarding at the very latest. Very latest.
Perfect.
That's only a few
And
days.
I
Heard it
think
here
that-
first, folks.
Which is funny because by that time I'm going to be like 85
Then
or
he's
so.
even worse, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the best time to start again.
Probably
but then again,
not.
No.
probably.
Oh, well.
We don't know that. It's just an assumption, and I will fact check that. Busted. Heini, before we let you go,
Yes.
how can people get in touch with you if they have more questions about snowboarding at the kids' park or also Terraform versus Bicep?
Yeah, well, I can be found on Twitter and LinkedIn. You can find me with my name. I assume it's somehow going on with the video, so that my
It's right
last
here
name is
somewhere.
a little difficult, I've been told, even though I don't think so. But yeah, you can find me with my name, and feel free to connect and chat. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for joining us.
Oh, I stopped
Dings.
flying.
And now Jess cannot talk for the next.
totally
Who knows how
planned.
long? Well, we are professionals, so.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're not going to edit this. But come on, say it again. Just you.
Me say. So, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. It's been great to get to know you, and look forward to seeing you again in the real world sometime soon.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Bye,
It was
folks.
fun.
Thank you both. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Bye bye.